Hey everyone! Welcome back to my Let's Play of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. When we last left off, we started our next trial, the second case, or third case in the game. Haha, I'm paying attention. And we are finally back to a courtroom. Not that I didn't like the whole second case being on a ship. I really appreciated the sort of informal aspect of that. But I'm excited to maybe do both. You know, I don't mind if we alternate. I don't know if... I mean, I imagine we're going to have more interactions with Herlock Sholmes, and I would imagine we would do more of those, like, tag team investigative solving things, because why would they add that mechanic if we weren't? But I guess we'll wait and see. But I'd be fine to have a mix of both. I think it makes it easier, because the court cases can get a little, what's the word? Painful, repetitive after a while. Not, like, to the point of me not enjoying the games. But I have had that issue in the past with Ace Attorney games, so we'll see. I'm excited to see something fresh and new, but not to ramble, my bad. I do want to say sorry I didn't upload this yesterday. I had kind of a rough day, so I took the night off without saying anything. I felt bad, like, posting a video just being like, hey, today sucked, sorry guys, you know what I mean? But I am sorry, and I'm hoping to make up for it these next couple days, just so we get all the uploads this week that I promised. But I just ate some candy corn, so if my throat sounds a little weird, I do apologize. I needed some sugar, just got out of work, so I gotta do this, so alright, but yeah, we're gonna jump back in. I'm very excited. I'm glad you guys are okay with my accents, because I can only do so many, so we'll see how I manage to keep doing those. So my bad if I don't keep them consistent from episode to episode. There's like 20 people on the jury, so a lot of voices. Alright. Oh, and all the witnesses were British guys, weren't they? Oh god, here we go. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Alright, I think his accent's like weird Dracula, German, Russian accent. Witnesses, your names and occupations. I don't know what accent that was. But, my name is, well, everyone calls me Beppo. I drive an omnibus in the East End. Bruce Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city. My name's First, Lady First. I makes hats for gents. Lady First? Wait, what? Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in this stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident. Oh my god. Candy corn. It's like mucusy. Sorry, that's disgusting. Is that correct? Yes, Vampire Edgeworth. Yes, sir. Quite right. Yes, sir. That's right, sir. It's Luke from Professor Layton. What? Oh, Santa Claus. Very well then, let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Give us the bullshit. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. Yeah, I'm willing to bet my entire life that they're not gonna tell us exactly what they saw. Otherwise, no presents for you. We've got Abraham Lincoln. He kind of looks like Sherlock in, was it in the book? In some of the illustrations, he kind of has this, like, severe look that this guy has. What the witnesses saw. It was the last bus of the evening, so I had few customers. I remember it well. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts. Oh, that's right, he stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. Why do you have a whip? Oh, for the horse. Huh. Unambiguous testimony, I must say. Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes. Huh. I'd like to ask a question, if I may. Yes, counsel. Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why not? Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it? As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes. Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. Wait, did they say they were in the carriage? Oh god. How quaint. That to read that civilization in the Easter Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses? Huh? Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you even traveled in an omnibus? Well, no. We, only arrived in London this morning. No matter. I have arranged for us all to see for ourselves. The actual scene of the crime, that is. What? Oh, what do you mean? The actual scene? How? We're all gonna go and get on the bus now. A carriage is designed to be moved after all. Presumably you understand that much. Yes. The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today in this very building. Here? What? The entire carriage? Bailiff! Fetch me my omnibus. Bring forth the stricken omnibus. I wish I could do that deeper, like it's bring forth the stricken omnibus. I could try. Oh, we just freaking threw it in here, okay. So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing. As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and could carry up to 8 passengers. Ah. I thought those were toilets on the top. I was like, what the hell? 4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight in the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seats above. Ah, skylight. Oh! The penny drops is last, I see. You dumb bitch. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on this omnibus when the murder took place. That is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight. Skyfall! Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Well, Counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom.
There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord.
I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence.
Evidence? Ah, that is the prosecution's wish. My voice is jank. Come on, Santa.
Very well. I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence.
Can I just climb inside that for a second? The 8-seater omnibus that was the scene of the crime. There were passengers both inside the carriage and on the roof deck that night. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence. Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Can I go look at it now? Did I read all these? An armband? When did I get that? Hello. These are the scales of justice. They're a symbol of the defense, aren't they? Yes, that's right. The scales are a symbol of fairness, to show that all are treated equally in the eyes of the law. And they're a warning to those who enter the courtroom without an impartial mind. But if they're the mark of the defense, it would be more auspicious if they were weighing more heavily on the not guilty side, I think. Very impartial, I'm sure. Oops, sorry. Anything inside? Oh, what's it say? Kazuma Sogi. Oh, God. Alright, I don't remember getting that, but you never know. Alright, victim. Named Thrice-Fired Mason, who was, I guess, fired 3 times. 54, Brickmaker. Time and cause of death. I just want to make sure we read all these so we know what's going on. 15th February, 10 to 11 p.m. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. Okay, we knew that. Let's see. There it is. All right, cool beans. There's a button missing on his jacket, which may or may not be important. They did say that the hat was obscuring his face, right? Which is weird, unless it's someone pretending to be him. I don't know. I guess that's an option I'll have to keep in my head. There's blood. This is definitely blood, isn't it? No, it's cranberry juice. Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day in London. Well, nothing will come of grumbling now. No. By the way, is Mr. McGolded right-handed? Yes, I believe so. He was toying with the coin in his right hand a little earlier. Pity. If only he'd been left-handed. I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really. Yeah, that was my first thought, too. High five, bro. Alright. I was like, should I look inside the gloves? But I don't think they put anything inside the gloves. Can I go in? I can't find anything out of place. Well, can I go inside of it? Hello? Ooh, I'm like scared. Oh, well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we? The scene of a murder. It's horrible. Bro, we were living in one, like, not that long ago. Alright, clickety-clack. Show me the body. Oh, that was the sound of the door closing behind me. I was, like, scared out of my mind. Ah, that's a poster for the great exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition. Oh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event. Yeah, sounds good. Oh god. The seat has a handle, it seems. Is the body in there? This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running. Feeding tubs, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems. There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure. Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway. Is there anything shady in there? Maybe in the other one. Oh, this one doesn't have a handle. Why do I feel like this would be important? Maybe not yet. We'll see. What's this? Ah, that's a oh, same thing. Whoop, Crystal Tower. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. Blood. Wait, why is it below him? Would it sink out of your, like, abdomen like that? Like, I mean, I guess if he was bleeding a lot, it would get through, like, his pants and onto the seat. Yeah, okay. That's soaked into the seat. The victims, obviously. Yes, and that seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck. Would you really stab someone in full view of the other passengers like that, I wonder? Well, it was after dark. And there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Premeditated or a crime of passion. Anything below the seat? Nah. Alright, well, I guess that's it for now. Can I look at that? It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. And there doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description. So I suppose it can't be opened from inside the cabin at least. Okay, is that going to be important? I don't know. Back outside. Have you seen enough? Let's step back outside then. I don't know if I can look at the top of it or anything. I probably should just make sure. Phoenix Wright Omnibus. Oh my god, I see you. Wow. Gotta throw in that Easter egg, don't we? That's so funny. Alright, anything up here? You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. We done messed up, man! Alright, let and Fifth Avenue. I don't know if there's anything really else for me to look at right now. It's so quiet. I wish they had like music playing while we were doing this. That's so funny. All right. I don't see anything else right now, so
let us continue with proceedings then. Your cross-examination, counsel.
Brea, don't expect this Nippon-ese straight to understand the intricacies of a British court cross-examination rights. Breathe. Alright, my first cross-examination in a British court. Focus, Ryunosuke. Focus! Yo, where is the music? Oh, whoa. What the witnesses saw. Oh, there we go, thank God. So it was the last bus of the evening, so I had few customers. I remember it well, alright?
Hold it!
Hold it! Yes, I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it?
Oh yes, sir. That's right, sir, yes. Ever so cold it was, sir. Freezing, in fact.
Okay, they're not doing anything, so we're fine. And you had 4 passengers on board at the time, is that correct?
Yes, that's right, sir. Not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, of course, though. No. And there were no other passengers when the incident took place. No one alighted, for example?
You're quite right with that, sir. No other passengers like that, no? None. So nobody fled the scene of the crime, then?
I have to say, the boss insists on it running, he does, every evening. That last bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say.
What do you mean by that?
Well, with it being so cold and everything, and only make 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spend that much at the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again.
Okay, that's a different problem, sir. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus.
Hold it!
Okay. And you saw them through the skylight in the roof of the carriage?
That's right. When you sit up on the top deck, the window's right there at your feet.
There was a lamp on inside, so I had a pretty good view. Yeah, but you can't see who's who with that.
The 2 of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces.
But there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded. How can you be so sure?
Well, how can I put it politely? McGilded is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else.
Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. There is no room for doubt here. I really wish there was. But if Mr. McGilded was asleep, like, isn't there an opportunity like someone climbed out of the skylight, or like they helped them out of the skylight, or like they were stowed away in the little like compartment under the seat? You know what I mean? Like, did anyone check there when they pulled over the thing? Oh God. Sorry, I'm too busy. Oh my God, what the heck? Hypothesizing. I almost said hippopotamus. Okay. Then out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts.
Hold it!
Okay. You actually saw the exact moment it happened?
Didn't I already testify to that? Oh, or our fair dinkum hard-working Citibank is not considered trustworthy these days.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. This is no good. I've really got his back up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail, if that's...
My lord. Huh? Juror number 3? What's the meaning of this?
My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up about what? I don't like the stinking rich. Never have. They're always up to something or other that they shouldn't be. Every one of them. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, you can't fool me. Oh, I see. They're gonna frickin' fling their flame of whatever they're voting up and make the scales tip. Bro, we haven't even finished the first cross-examination. Could you not? There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter anyway. Hold it.
That is precisely what I was about to say.
No! Whoa!
As the foreman of the jury, it's my duty to set a good example to my fellow jurors.
Aw, shizwagon.
What the? What is happening here?
Let me see. Ah, yes. It seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts.
Oh, whenever they frickin' feel like it? Okay.
With fire? Apparently, yes. White for innocent and black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one, they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we saw a moment ago. So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean... Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen.
Now I'm even more worried than I was before. Very well. The court acknowledges the change in the jury's stance. Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
This is a nightmare. Yeah, can I do this without y'all freaking out? Wait, what about getting more details? Wasn't I gonna get more details? Out of the blue, the accused just... Okay, well... that's right, he stabbed him. I screamed I did. Couldn't help it. Okay. He stabbed him, you say? And you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you? Yes, that's right, sir. I was up on the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I'd been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absentmindedly around. But then I happened to look down through the skylights. It was sticking right out from his belly, that huge great knife.
A grim sight indeed.
That didn't help me at all. The jury looked like they're even more convinced my client did than they were before.
Than they were before, I can't read.
It appears to have made everyone even more dubious that Mr. McGilded is telling the truth. If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions.
Mr. First.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
Is this the knife you saw?
Oh, good grief. Yes, that's it. The very one, sir. Is that?
Yes, counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake through the heart. That is a blade of a considerable size, counsel. It is. And furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned prominently with a certain initial. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar. Please, no. M, for Magnus, perhaps, or McGilded, possibly. Take your pick. What if it's W? It seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
Objection!
Objection, bitch! But there's RMs everywhere. M&Ms. Like, yes! Like in Mason.
Objection!
Oh, that's a fancy objection. This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. No! This weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, counsel. Murder weapon has been entered. Okay. A large-ish knife that was found lodged in the victim's abdomen. Its quality and fancy ornamentation suggest it must be quite valuable. Huh. Oh, shiz. No, maid lady. Not allowed. Hold on, let me look at this. What do we got? Where's the M? Am I blind? Is that an M? That's a horse. Oh, there it is. That's a W. Don't lie to me.
An ornate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus McGilded's initial. And it's beautifully gilded, too. It must be very valuable, I should think. Ah! What is it? Look at this M. It looks like a W. I mean, maybe I'm not smart. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W. Yeah, no, really. This could change everything. A W? Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it. Wow, that's the throwback to the Phoenix Wright I was waiting for. Turnabout used to be everything. Like, turnabout something every chapter. I'm afraid I don't know it all, but what I am sure of is that this is an M. Oh, well, that idea was quickly quashed. Aw, come on. Why can't it be a W? It looks like a W if I tilt it. See, that looks like an M, but if you have it like this, W. Who starts the M with the curl on the left side? Like, that's so weird. I don't know. I feel like you don't slant M's like that when you're writing them. Anything on this side? Oh. Same thing. Oh, that part is the sheath, isn't it? Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Huh? Oh, sorry, yes, I just don't really like blades. Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist. That's not a blade. That's Kazuma's soul. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Ah! Okay, okay. Blood. I see it. There we go. There it is. That looks a lot like blood. It surely is blood. The victim's. An Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood. Did you think it wouldn't? Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. Yes, I do understand. Ah. What about the pommel? I've watched a lot of that Netflix show, Forged in Fire, where they make blades, and so now I think I know so much about blades, but really I don't. Alright. My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption. Ah, juror number 2. Go on. Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society and a gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. However, he's a guilty gentleman. Those of us in service know we must accept hard truths. Wait! What are you about to do? Dispose of the rubbish. No! I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime. Hold it! I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion. Oh my god! Not again! That's 4 out of 6 jury members who've proposed a guilty verdict. There are only 2 left. We've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, I just make the situation worse. Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark. I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly. We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back. But... Alright, I'll keep trying. I can't give up. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. Oh, I got through all of them? Oh, whoops. Oh, shizwagon. Alright, so when it happened, the only 2 people in the enclosed cabin area were the victim and the defendant. And, so help me, 3 whole people witnessed the man I'm trying to defend do the deed. I don't like to be pessimistic, but we do seem to be in a rather difficult situation here. What am I supposed to think here? Is Mr. McGilded really innocent? Or could it be... But before we jump to any conclusions, our first task should be to gather information. We need to understand the case much better than we do at the moment. Yes, you're absolutely right. Let's listen to those witness statements again, a little more carefully this time. I meant to press the last one, I'm sorry. Alright, let's go press the last one, because I didn't yet. Blah blah blah. Stabbed him, I couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too.
Hold it!
How? What exactly did you see?
Oh, well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor he was.
What? No, he was not. The blood was on the chair. And by the passenger, obviously you're referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brick maker.
And then the other passenger had that knife in his hand, like this.
By the other passenger, obviously you're referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
And then he plunged it out like this, so stabbing the other passenger in the belly.
What? No, that can't be true because... No! Hold on. Wait, how did he stabbed him when he was on the floor? Oh, he stabbed him when he was in the seat, didn't he?
My lord, I wish to speak. Yes, juror number 5. Do I take it that you too? As the master of the London Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself.
Really?
But I've heard enough now. The horse has bolted, as they say.
No, please, just keep an open mind a little long.
Gee up now, Silver Blaze, the finish is in sight!
What is... Y'all are trigger happy. I don't know why you guys are jurors.
Beppo's a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what the man says. Oh, thank you, sir. You're too kind, sir.
It's too unkind, sir. Which now means that 5 jurors agreed to condemn this man. Oh my god. Madam Juror number 6. Yes, dear. What can I do for you? You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand. Oh yes, I certainly have. I still got my hearing, you know. Then, pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your leaning? The case isn't over, man. Well, dear, the thing is, I am a creature of habits, me. I always go to the park at around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. Oh, he's ready to like throw something at her. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park, it's called. The gentleman donated it to the city, you know, to put a smile on Londoner's face, he said. Faces. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life. He's always doing wonderful things for the city. That's right, a man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely? Mother, may we go to the McGilded Public Library later and borrow some more books? How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know? What kind of a man Magnus McGilded really is? What kind of a man he is? What kind of a man is he? The philanthropist Magnus McGilded has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one of the very darkest of souls. What? Stone the crows! What's a Shylock? McGilded lends money at extortionate rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys on the weak. I've never heard any mention of that before. Your faculties haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service? You're not saying that... The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McGilded. But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment date for his debts.
Good gracious!
The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house, he had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, this pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him, his life. By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded. I don't believe it.
Hold it!
If I might add something briefly.
Miss Susato?
You claim that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilded. But where is the evidence to support your claim?
Oh, roast him, Susato. Drag him to filth! He's gonna pull something out. He just has wine. What? Is that blood?
Pray, forgive the discourtesy of filling my hollow chalice in a court of law.
Aha! There it is! Lord Van Zeek's hollow chalice.
How can this be considered acceptable? But I find myself in unexpectedly good humor. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself. Ah! As judicial assistant to the defense, I am simply doing my job. What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all money is loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside. Oh. Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in a toast to the enigmatic East at the same time.
A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence.
Dang, a catalog of people who had borrowed money from the defendant at a high rate of interest. It includes the victim who owed 20 guineas. Huh, interesting. Ah, yes, 20 guineas. No, I just noticed what time we're at, so I'm going to call this an episode here and we'll pick up next time. I don't know, I feel like the driver of the carriage, his part didn't add up, but maybe I'm misunderstanding what he said, so who knows. Sorry this episode got a little bit long, everybody, and sorry that accent for Zeke's is terrible, but, you know, I'm doing my best. It's kind of fun to do, though, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying the series. As always, feel free to leave a like, comment, favorite, or subscribe, whatever you guys are feeling. And until the next time, lights off, dark out.